My dear, I've held this in my heart for a long time, and today, heaven said, now is the moment. Something holy is happening around you, even if you didn't notice. Someone quietly cares for you, not with obsession or desire, but with deep respect and love. They see you not like the world does, but like heaven sees you. This love wasn't supposed to happen, because of distance, age, or timing, but God allowed it. It's more than just feelings, it's a sacred connection. They didn't expect to feel this way, but something about you touched their soul. You awakened something special inside them, a silent prayer they carry. Not everyone understands this kind of love, but heaven watches closely. It's not fantasy, it's about timing, truth, and destiny. This was meant to be, not an accident or one-sided. Even if others don't get it, and even if the age gap seems big, your souls match. Souls don't age, they recognize and respond to each other. You've been asking why you feel pulled, why you sense someone thinking of you. It's real. You're tuning into a heart devoted quietly to you, a heart that loves your strength, your mind, your presence. They pray for you without telling you. They never wanted to fall, but they did because you were chosen. One night, this person prayed quietly, asking God to remove the feeling if it was wrong, or to let it grow if it was from Him. God didn't take it away. Instead, He let it grow slowly and with honor. This love is not about romance but recognition. They recognize your spirit, your light, something beyond words. Even if unspoken, what they feel is love, a love that respects and waits patiently for the right time. God wants to speak to you because your heart has been stirred. You've felt strange emotions, vivid dreams, moments that feel like déjà vu. It's not random, it's confirmation. God isn't rushing you but preparing you. If you're meant for each other, it will come by faith, not force. The connection will be so strong no time, age, or logic can deny it. This love won't disrupt your life, it will fulfill it. You might worry about what others will say or if you're imagining things, but when God creates something, you don't need approval, just peace. That peace is coming now, softening fear and opening your heart to receive what was always meant for you, even if it looks different than expected. Love doesn't always come on time or in the way we expect. Sometimes it surprises us, crosses boundaries, or looks different. But if it comes in peace, with God's blessing, growing slowly in prayer, it's no mistake, it's a miracle, and you're invited into it. There's something sacred about love that starts quietly, without words or announcements, just one soul recognizing another. That's what this person did. They saw you first, felt something divine before understanding it. They didn't fall for your age or past, but for your true self, the part that shines in darkness, loves without needing praise, and keeps going when others stop. They didn't plan to feel this way about someone so different, but God's plan isn't based on rules or appearances. It's about surrender, soul timing, and divine moments. When God saw your souls connect, He began arranging moments to reveal this truth slowly. They've been praying, not desperate prayers, but quiet talks with God, asking to honor this feeling if it's meant to be, or to let it go if not. They don't want to ruin God's plan or rush things, but they don't want to miss it either, because this love is gentle, clear, and quietly strong. It's not about the physical but how your energy calms them, how your name makes them pause, how your spirit feels like a memory from heaven. You've felt it too, the unexpected warmth in your chest, the pull towards something you can't name, the thoughts that drift to someone without reason. That's not fantasy. It's recognition. Your soul knows what your mind hasn't caught yet. You're being invited into something beautiful, not because you need love, but because you're ready to be seen deeply. God wants to make sure you won't push this away or doubt your worth because of age or fear of what others think. This love isn't for others, it belongs to heaven. Heaven asks you to accept it with the same grace you give to others. You always believe in people and love before they prove themselves. Now God wants someone to see you that way, and they do. This person carries your name in prayer, not to claim you but to protect you. They ask God to bless and guide you, wishing your joy grows, your tears turn to laughter, and your heart heals. That is rare, real love. God asks, can you receive it without fear? This isn't about the story others expect, it's about the story heaven wrote. It may not follow the usual path or make sense to others, but when you're alone with God, you feel its rightness and peace. That peace is your sign you're not crazy or settling. You're hearing the quiet call of a divine love growing quietly, waiting for its time. The veil is lifting now, but before God brings this person fully into your life, He needs to prepare your heart. This won't be like what you've known before. No ups and downs, no confusion, no silence and guessing. It will be clear, spoken, and safe. They won't ask you to shrink or fear your wisdom. They won't run from your depth. Instead, they'll see your fire and say, finally, someone who burns like I do. You'll feel it not as excitement or butterflies, but as peace, grounding, and certainty. True love doesn't shake your foundation, it becomes your foundation. So breathe. Let go of fear, of what didn't work before, of thinking you're too much, too late, or too different. Let go of what the world says love should look like and open yourself to what heaven is offering. A love that prays, a love that sees, a love that stays. You didn't know it, but they were watching you heal, not judging but admiring your strength. They saw how you carried your past without bitterness, gave even when life didn't give back, stood strong in storms when you had every right to break, loved deeply, and quietly picked up your pieces when love wasn't returned. Through it all, you never lost your light or let pain change who you are. That's what drew their soul closer, not perfection, looks, age, or status, but your belief in love even when it hurt. Your prayers for others while you were hurting, and your ability to carry hope through dark times. Now God is whispering, this is the one. This is the connection I made quietly, not for the world to see first but for heaven to bless in its time. You didn't force or chase this, that's why it's pure and honored by heaven. Real love doesn't knock you down. It rises gently like morning light. It softens your soul and brings you back to your true self. They fell for you when you weren't trying to impress. They saw your ordinary moments and recognized the sacred in them. They don't want to change you or care about the age gap. They don't want to fix you. They just want to understand you. For the first time, God is showing you what it's like to be loved without needing to explain. You may have spent much of your life feeling you had to earn love, shrink yourself to be chosen, or meet certain standards to feel worthy. But not anymore. This person sees you as already chosen, worthy, and divine. They don't compare you to anyone. Your story, with all its ups and downs, made them fall harder because it proves you're a miracle. They want to protect that miracle, not possess or rush it, just protect it. They pray not for you to love them back, but for you to be whole, healed, happy, even if that means loving from a distance or watching in silence. Their love is not about what they get but what they see in you, and what they see is sacred. You feel it too, don't you? That calm inside when you think of them, a quiet fullness, a sense of being watched over even when alone. That's their prayers surrounding you, their spirit near you, their soul saying, I found you. God wants you to know this isn't about age or timing or what others think. It's about two souls shaped by fire, softened by pain, now guided by peace. Others may question or make you afraid, but love sent by heaven doesn't ask for permission. It waits quietly for the right time to show itself. That time is coming, the moment when truth rises, when talk begins, when distance shrinks, when fear fades, and two souls say, I've known you before we met. I've felt your heart before I touched your hand. Don't overthink or rush. Just receive this. This is what you prayed for. Someone who understands even the parts you can't explain. God answers not with fireworks or drama, but with stillness, peace, warmth, and someone who shows up without being asked. Someone who doesn't run when you're quiet, doesn't fear your past, and smiles at your depth because they've been there too. God says, don't miss this because of fear or because it looks different than you imagined. Don't talk yourself out of it because of numbers or logic. This love was crafted in eternity, and now I place it in your hands. So take it gently, with prayer and joy. You don't have to figure it all out. Just be present and trust that what's happening is holy. This kind of love is rare. It doesn't shout or chase but quietly stays even when unseen. It prays for your joy when it's not in your life. It watches from afar but feels so close it's like their heartbeat is your own. This person, whose heart God has tied to yours, doesn't love you because you're perfect. They love you because you survived. They love the sacred gentleness you carry, a gentleness the world has forgotten to honor. They love you not because of your age but because of your light, the way you change a room, speak healing words, and see people deeply without trying. You didn't try to win them over or even know they were watching, but their soul saw yours and never turned away. And here's what they've been waiting for the right time, waiting for God's permission to speak, waiting until they knew this love wasn't just a feeling but a calling. What they feel for you isn't temporary or just attraction. It's a deep, lasting love that wants to build something real, that listens carefully, and prefers to wait patiently rather than rush into pressure. You've asked God quietly if you'll ever find someone who loves like you do, someone who understands your depth and sees the real you without getting overwhelmed. God's answer is yes, they already do. They see you even when you hide, hear you when you go quiet, and feel you when you pretend to be okay. They've been loving you through prayer, and heaven has recorded every quiet request they've made for you. They recently prayed, "Don't let me hurt them. Let me bring healing, not pain. Let me be safe, not stressful. Let me honor the parts of them the world rejected." Who prays like that unless their love is real? Heaven smiles because this kind of love is rare, and when it happens, angels watch over it to protect and nurture it. Your story is sacred ground. You've been through too much to settle for halfway love. You've cried too long to accept surface-level affection. You've waited long enough to deserve something that feels like home. This connection, if you allow it, will be just that, not a test or a lesson or a temporary thrill, but a home. A love that lets you relax, that soothes your soul, that wraps around your tired places and says, "Rest now, I've got you." Still, you hesitate because of the age difference, what others might say, and past hurt. But God says don't miss what's coming because of fear or opinions. This isn't for them, it's for you, who waited, healed, chose growth over revenge, and kept loving even when life disappointed. You earned this next chapter, not by trying harder but by staying soft, faithful, and open. Now heaven is giving you what you truly deserve, a love that matches your depth. This person might be older or younger or not what you imagine, but their soul is aligned with yours. They think, pray, and dream toward you. Soon, they will come your way. God is preparing the moment, the meeting, the conversation. When it happens, you won't have to force anything or explain anything. The peace will speak clearly, and your spirit will know this was what all the waiting prepared you for. So don't close your heart or reject what heaven offers just because it looks different or breaks the rules you thought love should follow. You're not here to follow scripts, you're here to fulfill prophecy. This love will heal old wounds, restore hope, quiet fears, and make heaven proud. You never asked for too much. You just wanted someone who loves you as God designed. Now that love is closer than ever. There was a moment, maybe small and forgotten, when you laughed quietly at something simple. At that moment, they saw you, not with their eyes, but with their spirit. They glimpsed the real you, the soul beneath everything you show the world, and something shifted inside them. Quiet but strong, divine. They whispered, "That's the one my soul knows." This love didn't come with loud signs or drama but with gentleness, peace, and perfect timing. That's why it's different and won't fade. Even when they tried to ignore it or move on, they couldn't, because you're more than a person to them. You're a message from heaven, a living answer to their prayers in a form they didn't expect but deeply needed. They aren't afraid of the age gap because they don't see numbers, they see your life, your heart, your grace. They see the little things no one notices. How you listen, hold space, care for others when no one cares for you, and fight for peace even during your own storms. They aren't intimidated, they're amazed. They know others might not understand and may talk, but they don't need approval. They believe something sacred happens when two people who suffered quietly choose to love loudly. That's who you both are, survivors drawn together by the same spirit. Heaven is whispering, don't turn away just because this feels new or unfamiliar. You've never known love this steady, someone who waits without pressure, someone who sees you fully without needing explanations. This love wasn't born from need but from recognition. They see your strength, your tenderness, your kindness, and they aren't here to take advantage but to protect and nurture it. God is preparing you not just for a relationship but for a divine partnership, where both hearts are healed, where there's no pretending or performance, only peace, truth, and purpose flowing between you. Heaven never meant for you to carry your calling alone. You were meant to build something beautiful, not just in work or ministry but in love, in home, in sacred companionship. You might wonder how it will happen, when you'll meet, or if you'll miss it if you're not ready. Heaven answers softly, you won't miss what I have planned. You won't lose what I have sealed. But you must open your heart to the possibility that the answer might come in a way you never expected. You prayed for love but not for a specific package. Now it's coming. It might not look how you thought, but it will feel how you hoped. Peaceful, clear, like a deep breath, like finding home in someone's eyes. This person has been preparing too. Growing emotionally, healing spiritually, letting go of old habits, making space in their heart for someone like you. Someone who isn't temporary, who carries depth, who respects sacred things, who isn't afraid to see you fully. You don't have to chase or rush or prove anything. Just stay open, stay ready, and keep listening. When this love arrives, it will come with peace, not confusion. It will feel like sunlight after a long winter, like safety even in silence. Every scar you hid will finally make sense. You'll look into their eyes and know they were never afraid of your story. They were waiting to be part of it. Together, you'll build something time cannot touch.